Hello, everyone. Most welcome to the 52nd episode of the Limitless Show. Welcome to everyone on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and my dearest Limitless tribe. So, this 52nd episode is very special again because, as I had shared with you in the last episode, we have also gone on the podcasts route. So, those of you who cannot catch up on this visual show, you can always catch up on the podcasts while you're driving, you're doing your household chores, anything. It's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Radio Public. So you can just catch it up whenever you're free to catch it up. All right. So there is something very, very special about my today's guest. Her name is Janika Maria. She lives in Spain currently, and she had an extraordinary childhood where she used to visualize a lot of ghosts and spirits from the time she was 3 or 4 years old. And we would be hearing more about it from her own mouth. And later on, she went on to become a master energy healer. And she is an extremely gifted energy worker and soul guide who empowers others to be their best versions. And in fact, she also trained with Deepak Chopra, and she did her primordial sound meditation. So she's a teacher for that, and she would be taking you through one of those meditations by the end of the show. So stick on till the end to experience it firsthand for yourself, what you feel at the end. And she's also very passionate about sharing these tools that she learned on the way with others to bring the timeless wisdom of meditation to this modern world. She has also gone through her own healing journey, and she has a very strong connection with guides and angelic realm. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Yanika. Hey,
Hello.
Yanika, thank you so much for being here on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
So good to see you. I feel really
So,
honored that I may share whatever is my story here in your group.
yes, yes, we are looking forward to that, Yanika. So, you had a different kind of a childhood, which is not experienced by everyone. You had, kind of beyond ordinary things where you had paranormal visions and experiences. So, please share how it all began and what impact did it have on you.
I did not realize that I was different than somebody else. I realized it when I was older and when I said like, "Do you not see this?" No, there is nobody. Yes, there is someone. So in this, I started to feel different. I started to feel as being the black sheep of the family because I felt like, why do I have this? Why am I different than all the children at school, than my family, than my friends? Why? I do not understand. And what I remember, I was around 3 4 years old when it started. And from when I was really young, and I mean from the time that what I can remember, I know that there have always been light beings, there have ghosts, of how people will call them, entities. And in fact, we had somebody living with us in our house, and this person, it was a man, was a young, it felt as really a young soul. And he would come to me, during the night, or he would come to me when my parents, they were living in we had like a flower shop, and we were living above in the Netherlands. And so when I needed to go downstairs, when the shop was closed and everything was dark, I was so afraid, because this spirit who was living there would come to me, and I could not speak with nobody about it. So, for example, in the evening when I needed to go downstairs for, I don't know, milk or coffee or something, and I would go down and then I would go to grab it and come back. And always when I would be around the fourth or the fifth stairs, he would grab me around my ankles and Now I understand, because I know now what they see. They see the light, they see pure light. The souls who are lost here on the earth, they want to go to the light. So they see us as light beings, and this is where they want to go. So they think like, I need to have you, and you can help me. But when I
Yes.
was so young, there was nobody to explain it to me. And my mom and dad, they would say, there is nobody. Come on, there's no, go downstairs and do it. And I was so afraid. And then every now and then, he or different ones, they would come to me during the night. We were living, when I would look at my window, my bedroom window, I could see the biggest castle from the Netherlands. That was where we were living. So it was like in our front yard. And so all those spirits, we were living, it was like a really historical part of the city, the village where I was from. And we were living within the old walls from the castle. So all the energy, everything was still there. And so every now and then they would come to me. And what I would do, I would just leave my body and go with my guide. In that time, it was just, there was this nice lady again, and this nice lady, she would help me, she would show me around. And I have been to so many different places, or just flying around, or being, I've seen meetings where the angelic realm, they had meetings, and they were standing in a circle, and I was just standing at the side looking at them, listening. And it was so familiar. It was like I am one of them. That was how it felt. And the light language they were speaking, it's not something I cannot channel it. It's inside of me. I
Yes.
cannot channel it now and tell you how it is. But I feel that this is something what will come out during my lifetime. That's how it feels. But it was so familiar. And when I hear it, or when I'm in meditation or whatever, when I hear it, it's like, I'm back home. This is this feeling like, oh, this is so familiar. And so what would happen? My parents, they were sleeping at the other side of the house, and I was sleeping at this side of the house. So every night, every now and then, and during the night, when they would come to me, I was sleeping, and then they would just wake me up, and they were are standing like at the side of my bed, or they were sitting on my bed watching at me, or sometimes they were just in my room. But the most afraid moments, what I remember, was when they were just standing next to my bed, waking me up. And then you are so small, and it was dark, and it was big, and it was over me. And so in those moments, I would just leave. I would just fly and go. And yeah, I have had so many different moments with my guide. And as I said, it was a lady. It was a lady with curly hair, with like, her hair was, yeah, I it felt like kissed by the sun. It was like, it was her dark blonde, the blonde, all the blonde tones. And she was wearing a white dress. And when I would leave, I would always leave from the top of my head. And when I would leave, it was just floating. And we could go through walls, through trees, through everything. And what I really love is seeing all the energy, all the auras in nature. When you are outside, when you start to astral travel, you can see the auras from the trees, from animals, from other people who are astral traveling. You can see them as well. And this is something what gave me this connection with nature, with energy healing. And it's something what is so deep inside of me. And when I was around 12 years old, I was we were living at this side from the castle. I could see the castle from my front window, and so then there was a forest around it, and my friend, she was living at the other side, so from the forest. So we always said to each other, when she was at my house, I would go with her to the middle of the forest, and then she would run down to her part, and when I was at her house, she would do the same for me. So this evening, and it was a Friday evening, and I will never forget, I was 12 years old, and it was around 12 o'clock in the evening. And so we were with the two of us, and she needed to go home. She needed to be home by 12. So we were walking, and we were coming into the forest and together. And then there was this man, and this man, he was standing, when we came in the forest, he was standing behind a tree. So I could not see him. But then he just stepped next to the tree, and he looked at me and he said, "Hello, Janika." And I grabbed my friend and I said, she said, "What is?" I said, "Do you see it?" "I see nothing," she said to me. I said, "Look at there, next to the tree." And she said, "No, there's nothing." I said, "Yes, there is something. There's standing a man." She said, "No, there's not standing a man." And she was walking towards the tree, and I was so afraid in this moment. So I let her go, and I turned around and I screamed, "I don't want to see this anymore." And then I ran back to my home. And from this moment, it was quiet. There was nothing anymore. And when I was in the beginning, I felt like, oh, now I'm the same as everyone. I cannot see anything anymore. There is nothing. And it was true. There were some occasions when something would come through and come to me. Sometimes I would smell something or know something just by this having this inner knowing, this deep inner knowing. But the majority of everything what I had was gone. And I felt relieved and I felt the same as everyone. And then when I was around 14, 15, I started to question myself like, you had a really special gift. What did you do? Why did you close all the doors? And in this searching for who am I? Why do I see this? Why do I have this special gift and somebody else not? Or now I understand that everybody has the same gift, but one has it more developed than the other one. So, but when I was around 17, I started meditating because I wanted to know who I was and why. And so in the beginning, I started with different visualizations, but in those visualizations, they would take me out of my body in my head. I would go, leave my body, and I would just go into the universe. It was the same as what I was meant to do when I was really young. So it didn't feel for me like finding myself in this type of meditation. Although I still love it, and I also give visualizations myself to people. Then I started to do many, many different meditations, and it has been a whole journey till 5 years ago. I have done the Vipassana meditation. I've been training with monks in Thailand, and I've done the transcendental meditation for a really long time. When you are doing a transcendental meditation, it's just a normal mantra, and you know everything from mantras as well, being from India. So this mantra, it's just a mantra with it has a it has a meaning, but it's not a meaning what is related to me. It's just a word, a mantra, what somebody is giving to me. So I started to meditate with this one, and I did it for a couple of years. And of course, I felt myself being completely calm and peaceful and everything what I was on the inside. But I still didn't know who I was, and I still didn't know why I was having those gifts. And then I came along the Bija meditation, the Primordial Sound Meditation, and this is where I first meditated for a long time with this one. And what is different is with this one, it's still a mantra meditation, but it is based on the time you were born, the place you were born, and the date you were born. In
Okay.
this more than 5,000 years ago, the sages, they were living in caves in India, and they saw like we have the moon and we have the earth, and the moon has 108 different positions towards the earth. All those different positions, they all have a different vibration. So they started to meditate on the different vibrations, and they came with different mantras for each and every different position that there was. So the mantra what I received was the vibration translated from when I was born, when I came into this earth. So when I started to meditate with this one, it was like coming home. It was like, oh wow, my whole energy field, everything settled in this moment in meditating with this mantra. And then I did
Right.
it for a while, and then I said, this is something what I want to teach. This is something what wanna I want to give it to people because it changed your life. So I started to study with Deepak Chopra, and I've been to the States for 4 times, and I've done different things what I did with him, like the seduction of spirit and journey into healing. I've learned a lot about Ayurveda as well. I've learned a lot about the jyotis, the astrology from India. And with this, I became the Primordial Sound Meditation Teacher. So what I'm doing now is teaching people, giving workshops in what is your mantra and how can you use it in your life, that you can feel this peace, this calm, this knowingness of who you are, tapping in this field where your soul is, and having all those infinite possibilities in front of you. That's where you tap in. And yeah, amazing. It's still amazing. And when we come back to my gifts, I left my parents' home when I was 18. Yeah, I was 18, and the home where I went to, it was also a home in the old town as well. And in this home, later I understand what was going on. Somebody was living there with me. I felt it from the beginning when I came into this home. It did not feel like that it was unfriendly, but it was somebody. And so I lived there in the beginning. I lived there on my own, and there was this shade, and it was something what was all coming into the living room, or it would just fly by. And then I met my husband, and we bought the house. In the beginning, I was renting the house. Then we bought it, and we completely refurbished everything. And then it was a really old home, was more than 100 years old. And every time when we would sit in the living room, we made from those beautiful stained glass doors, we would see that after a while, he started to see it as well. We would see this shadow coming from upstairs, just going through the hallway out of the front door. And so then I started like, my gift is coming back. I start to hear him because I started to hear him walking on the stairs. And you know how we had the sounds what old stairs make in old houses. So this is what I would
Yes.
hear. And he was coming into our bedroom from time to time, just watching that we were lying in bed. And I started to have conversations with him. And then I started to look for somebody who could help me. And I came across a man who was living in Germany, and he was the one who taught me everything about clearing houses, how you bring God, or how you bring the spirits, the ghosts, as people call them, the entities, how you bring those lost souls to the light. And I have been cleansing houses from that moment. I have
Wow.
helped so many people. And what I'm doing now, I'm working with my guides. All my gifts are completely back. When I'm doing my meditations, I tap in and I say to my guides, "Hey, use me as a channel. Tell me what does the group need." So I will go into the primordial sound meditation. And then when we are in this stillness, then when we stop with repeating the mantra, I am going into whatever the group needs. And I'm back to astral traveling again. And I have 4 children. Every child what was born, more gifts came back to me. It was so beautiful to see how yes, it was more like being born again with my children. And yeah, what do I want to tell more? It's it's an amazing something. Yeah, it helps me with everything what I do, with my healings as well. I visit many past lives. I help people when they are stuck in this when they do not see their own light. We are
Right.
going to have a look what happened maybe in a past life. Maybe you can resolve something there. Normally it is like the domino stones. When you heal something in a past life, it's like domino, and then everything from into this life but also into the future is being healed. And it's so beautiful to see how that works. I help people that they can. We all have guides around us. Even and you have guides around you as well. You have 5, 6, or 7 guides. That's what I see, what they show me always, and what they tell me around you. And I have different programs in which I help my clients that we are going to have a look now. Who is your main guide? So you start with meeting your main guide. And then when you know what energy is it, how does he or she feels like, what is his or her name? Maybe how do they look like? When you start to work with this and really dive deeply into the energy of your guide, you know when you are, let's say you are doing something, you're preparing a meal in the kitchen, then you can feel like, oh, hi, such and such. Are you there? Because you recognize the energy and you know who is with you in this moment. And from there, we are going into the different guides what you have. Let's say you are you want to be an author. One of your guides probably is somebody who has been an author or a publisher or something to do in this field many, many, many years ago. You
Right.
would see in guides that they have had one life or more lives here at the earth. They know how we are struggling. They know where we are going through. So, and they can help us. And when you say wholeheartedly, you say, I want to be an author, your guides is coming and you are just giving it out of hands to your guides. And your guides, they are helping you. They are there to helping you, but you need to ask. When you are not asking, they are just standing at the sideline waiting till you set the first move and say, please help me. And then they are helping you in everything. So yeah,
Wow.
it's so beautiful. I'm really blessed. I'm really blessed. And now I understand that I am so blessed. Everything what I felt like being the black sheep, now I feel like, oh my God, I have a close contact with the archangels as well. And I work a lot with Archangel Michael and with Archangel Metatron. And they always from the beginning they told me, you are a soul guide. You are a soul guide. I did not know what a soul guide was. And when I would ask, what is a soul guide? Explain it to me. What is my purpose? Why am I here? They would say, find it out. It will come to you. The answers will come to you. But it took really long before that the answers came. But it's not what we think well, with our mind, with our ego. We think, okay, I want to have an answer. I want it rather yesterday than I want to have it today. And I just want it from you on a plate, and you tell me what my answer is, what I am. Or, but now, when you are in this, with me asking this, and they not telling me what my answer is, it's something what is unfolding in front of me. It's something where I grow into. Because when you have told me 4, 5, 6 years ago, this is what you're going to do, I would say, no, this is not what I'm going to do. In that time, I was a graphic designer and I still love designing, but because in designing, in creation, that creator means that what we have within, from when you look at the Latin word, this is what we have within. So I love to create. Basically, I'm still doing the same, only now I'm designing lives from people where I work with, from my clients. I'm helping them to design their life, the best life, what they want. So it's still in this, it's only the energetic way of working with creation, but it's, yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. What a, I mean, no words, Yanika. What a beautiful, beautiful life you have had, and how God has made you the channel to be able to help people where they are struggling, and wow, out of the body experiences and all. We have read about it, and there's a book called Autobiography of a Yogi. I have
Mm,
read about it in that yogis do have these experiences. They can have this whenever they want, but having it as a child without, so you, I mean, I totally believe, Yanika, that I'm a firm believer that we raise our, I mean, our consciousness level in this life, and whenever, at whatever consciousness level we leave our bodies in this
mhm.
life, we again, we are born at that same consciousness level in the next life. So you must have done a lot of work in your last life to be born with that consciousness and that kind of a life. I'm total a believer of that, because it's not.
Me too,
Yeah.
yeah. It's true what you say. And I always, from when I was really young, I've always said, this is my last time that I'm here. And this is still something what I feel like I'm in this. And we are all in an evolution. It's what you say. We are all here coming from being a young soul, growing into being an old soul because you have so much knowledge. I do
Yes.
believe that we are not only on the earth. I believe that we are not only in our galaxy, but that we live in different galaxies and that we are going
Yes.
to different planets to learn. And now we are here. And I also believe that we are really all really blessed that we are here in this moment with everything what is happening to the earth, because the earth needs light workers. The earth needs the people now to raise it in vibration as well.
Yes.
So it
So
is a
true.
really gifted time for all of us. Now we have gone through the millennium as well,
Yes.
and now with everything what is going on, and we are in the new. time zone and in this. Yeah,
Yes, there's a lot of need of all such light workers and spreading the light, and I think, saving the earth, saving the planet for our future children, future generations. And yeah, I think there's a lot of work that is required to be done. So true. So you already said that, everyone has these guiding angels, but
yeah,
it's just that some of us are more aware of them, and others are not.
yeah,
So I had some such experiences many a times in life where I could feel suddenly, out of nowhere, there will be a fragrance, very strong fragrance that I'll feel beside me, and there's no reason where it will
yeah,
come from. There's no reason
yeah,
at all. And I would be wondering where all of a sudden, those fragrances will come in, and I will just have a feeling, God, you know, why out of nowhere I'm feeling, yeah, these
yeah.
fragrances. So I'm sure. I think spirits are there everywhere. We have these guiding
Everywhere.
angels. Absolutely.
Everywhere. And it's even, and we are speaking about the guides, what we have. We can also, when you're going through something in your life, you can recall for more guides from God because you need them in the moment. And there is also you have loved ones who passed away who are coming to you and visiting you every now and then. Maybe in the home where you are living, maybe somebody is still living there. As what I was telling you about this man who was in my house, in
Yes.
my own house, not at my parents, but my own house. There was a man who was shot in the war, in the World War, in the Second World War. He was shot in front of our house. Two ladies were living in our house. They took him in. They brought him into the room. There was one room in our house what was always freezing cold. Even with having the heater on, it was freezing cold. When my youngest one was born, this last room was the baby room. So we had everything was set up in there. I also had a little bed for him in my bedroom. But every time when I would lay him in bed in his own room, he would scream. And then when I would take him into my room, then it was okay. When I was in his
Hmm.
room, I always felt like something there. Oh, I could not. This man, I only saw his shadow. I could not see him as being the soldier. So when I was working with this man from Germany, he came into my house. He explained everything, and it made so much sense. And then when we helped him go into the light, from that evening it was warm. We never had any problem. My son started to sleep in the bedroom, and it was warm. It was so nice. And every now and then he would visit us, but just visit us, and then he would leave. So
Amazing. Amazing.
it is so
And
special.
I'm sure they must be blessing you so much. I mean, you have taken them from darkness to light. I mean, that's the best thing you can do to any soul, for that matter.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. How
yeah. It is.
much blessings you must be receiving from them.
It is such a grateful work to do it, to guide them and bring them to the light. And yeah, there are many souls trapped still on the earth. When let's say that somebody is in a car accident and they are dying in this car accident, but suddenly they are gone. And the soul says, no, no, I'm not going to the light. I have my family here, I have my kids here, and they are
Right.
staying. You are always, when something happens, you always, there are your guides are there are past loved ones, they are all there to pick you up and to bring you to the light. But when you say, I'm not going, I'm not leaving, I'm staying here with my family, they are going back. And you, as a soul, you become a lost soul because you do not know how to go to the light. You know
Right.
that you are in a place what is different because it's not in the same physical form as what we have anymore. So these souls become the lost souls. So
Right.
it's, yeah. And of course, there are also souls who are struggling, who tell me, like, I'm not going to the light, just leave me. You have these as
Oh.
well. Yeah.
And they want to struggle. They want to keep struggling, and they want to be there.
Sometimes they want to stay here. Yeah. They are so attached to something what they have here, and they are still staying here.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. What attachments.
Yeah.
God. So, I mean, you were saying that we all can be more aware of the guiding angels. Is there any particular way that we can be more aware of them? Because if we don't feel them around us, how do we start talking to them? How do we start feeling them, if they are there or not? I mean, is there any way we can get started at least?
Yes, of course. What I do normally, I will guide you into a deep relaxation that you are in a state where your mind is completely open, where you are so connected with your unconsciousness. And from there, you are going back into lives you have had in between lives. It's also beautiful to go in between lives. This is something where I can guide you with if you want. So if there is somebody listening who wants to know more, please send me a message, and I will hop with you on a Zoom, or we will connect, and I will tell you whatever I can do to help you. What you can do at home, meditate is number one to become calm from the inside. When everything settles down, when your mind is calm, you are so much more receiving everything what is around you and inside of you. And when you start to become calm, and you start with speaking to your guide, start with, hey, if you are here, tell me, give me a sign, or should I do this or should I do that? Normally there will not really be an answer, you need to do this or that, because it's your learning path, it's your journey where you are on, but they will guide you into, you can do this or you can do that. So start with speaking to them, start with listening. When I'm in my meditation, I always ask the four soul questions. In those four soul questions, we can do a meditation later. I will show you. I show the listeners as well what it is, and what we can ask. And in there, you are asking those questions. You are going into this field inside of yourself, what is so still, and you are releasing those questions. And then you are not listening, I need to have an answer. The answer will come when the time is right. And maybe it is a week, maybe it's a month, maybe it takes even 6 months. But the answer will come always, because you are placing seeds in the soil of the universe. And everything what you put in the soil starts to sprout.
Yes, yes, so true. Very rightly said. Whatever you put in the soil will finally sprout. So
Yeah.
we just need to be careful about what seed we are putting in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And also your thoughts. That's
Yes,
really your mind creates your whole world around you. That's everything. And if you believe that your guides are around you and that you can hear them, it is true. It's something what you are putting out, the seeds where we are speaking about. But when you tell yourself it is hard to hear them, maybe I only have three guides, maybe I do not have any guides. People tell themselves stories. And when you start to believe, like, I cannot hear them, they will not be there for me, I'm struggling, all those things, what you said, you are so blessed. We are all blessed having this life. Some people are more aware as what I am now, but we can all develop all those skills, everything, everybody. So in this, tell yourself that you are the same. You are the same as me, only I've had a little bit more of practice. When you start to practice yourself, remember yourself that you can be on the same level as where I am, that you can hear your guides as well, that you can see them, that you can smell them, that they are there, they will help you.
yes, I totally believe what you're saying, and it's it's unexplainable feeling that I'm getting inside, a feeling of so much of peace and calm just listening to this.
Yeah.
That yes,
And what you said is, sometimes I'm sitting in the living room and I feel this fragrance. I feel this coming so closely to me, and it's so powerful there. Sit quiet, become quiet from the inside, and then say, who are you? What do you want to tell me? And listen. And next time you say, hey, are you there again? Do you want to tell me something? What is your name? Who are you? And this is how you start to build up this relationship. And when you have trust from both sides, you will hear, or a name, or a feeling like, this is such and such. Or maybe it is a past loved one. Or maybe it is somebody who lived in your house before you came, or long before you came. And maybe not in your house. Maybe there was a different house in the same place where they lived, and in their world it's still there. Because we are all
yes,
having what we see physically around us, it's what we see.
right.
That's what we can touch. But
Right.
around us, it's also all the other worlds, all the other layers, they are all around us. Everything is here around us.
Yeah, so true, so true. Yes, we should start practicing this. Thank you for sharing that. So you also have, Yanika, the psychic abilities where you are able to predict things before they happen. So
Mm.
what I want to ask you is, was there any such time where this ability of yours, it was like it served very well? There was some situation which was about to happen and you were able to see it before, and you were able to either save it from happening, or you could help something to make happen, something where this was very fruitful.
Yeah, there are many moments, and on the moment when you save something, is what you say, I have seen that something is going to happen, and then when I change it around, it's just that you think, phew, but it's not that I know, like, if I have not done this, this would have happened. Yeah, it is something what you know, but it's not something what you predict in the moment. If you,
Hmm.
yeah, do you understand what I mean?
Yes, yes.
And um, I have, I would not say daily things like this, but I have it so frequently. One of those things is, for example, there was a little neighbor girl of me, and I was waiting at the street to cross over, and there was a lorry truck was coming on, and she was standing next to me, and suddenly I saw her wanting to go up on the street, and I they showed me everything what would have happened if she had gone. So in this certain moment, it's just like it's not my body; it's like they are using my body. It's just happening. So it was like I grabbed her, and then this lorry came, and phew, this feeling like, oh my God.
What
And
could
then,
have happened just now? Yes.
yeah, she looks at you like, huh? Hello, what are you doing? Leave me alone. So yeah, it's not something that I say you do not do this or that because otherwise this or that. It's in the moment. It's happening. It's yeah,
Yes, yes,
it's
I
amazing how it
understand.
works. And it's
Yes,
something what works through you as well.
yes. Yeah, I
So
think that is another way of, I think, God's or universe's way of saving certain situations by making you the medium.
yeah, yeah, and it is many times when somebody asked me something, and then I would say something when I'm in the zone. Let's say you are doing the laundry, or you are doing the dishes, or you are driving your car. In this, you are dropping into a zone where you can do the things on automatic pilot, because you do not have to think about how you are doing the dishes, or when we are learning how to drive, of course you need to think about everything. But when you are now, we are so practiced in everything when we drive a car. I'm not smoking, but there are people, they will smoke, they will phone, they will speak with
Yes,
somebody in the car.
everything.
You can do
Yes,
anything on automatic pilot.
yes,
How
yes.
many times when my kids say something and I would give them an answer, it's like, Mom, huh? Then it's something what comes through me. It's not something what is coming from me. And even when we are when I'm in a coaching call as well, when I'm coaching somebody and I am channeling whatever is happening, they would sometimes stop me and say, what did you say? I don't know, because it's not me. It's not my conscious. It's something what
Right,
flows through me. So it's
right.
really hard to recall in this moment what happened, what I said, and what is something what I predict, or yeah. And then when people sometimes they will ask me something, and I can explain so well in this moment this and this and this and this is how it works. And then they say, how do you know? I don't know. It's something. It's there. It's stepping into something what is there, and my guides tell me, and this is it. So yeah, not everything is something what I can explain. It's just
Right.
I'm having my arms wide open every day, and I thank God for everything what is happening, and I just tell Him, use me as a channel because I'm here. I'm
Yes,
available.
yes, yes. That's the best thing you can do. Being available for all the divine's doings, whatever they want to do through you.
If you or somebody who is listening whenever you start to speak with guides or doing the same, always ask for the guide with the highest frequency and very similar to your frequency. So the guide with the highest frequency is possible for me to speak to or to listen to, or so that you are staying in this high frequency and not attract anything what is lower than you, because you do not want to attract those.
Right, right, absolutely. So, I mean, you are also a master healer, Yanika, and before you became one, uh, did you also go through some sort of healing process? And is a healing something which is required by every one of us? Because I think we all have past lives. We all go through a lot of things in childhood, different things for different children. But
Yeah.
then, is healing something that is required by everyone? And did you also go through it?
Yeah, it is. Everybody can heal. When you see healing as well, your mom, when you fell when you were small, or your own children when they fall over and they hurt their knee, what are you doing as a mom? Or you give them a kiss on the spot what is hurting, or you're putting your hands on it. We
Right,
all have those healing abilities. Many people do not know. Now we are speaking about, my hands are glowing. It's because everything is so open. So for me, it's just streaming. It's just there. And we all have those abilities, everybody, and we all can learn them. We can all open those chakras, those different fields in ourselves. And the more peaceful you are from the inside, the more quiet you are, the better you feel, the better it comes out. And the more pure your body is. When you are, I'm not smoking, I'm not drinking, I'm not eating meat, I'm not eating anything from animals. I'm trying to eat as pure as possible, to drink special water what I have, because I want to keep my body clear. And when my body is clear, it's not in a process or needing to digest something what is not healthy or whatever, so that I can use my energy for my healing or for whatever is happening, for whatever comes through. And yeah, we all have those healing abilities. What you say, it's not necessary that you need to go through some kind of healing yourself. I've had this story for myself, but it's not necessary for everybody. There are people who are just, they are born with putting their hands on something and it's done. And this is as well what occurred to me when my children were born. I always had that my hands became really warm and I would put them on places where somebody had pain. But when my children were born, it was something what you were doing daily. So I started to practice it more and more without knowing it. But in this, I developed it so much more. And yeah, it's there. As I said, I'm working a lot with Archangel Metatron. He is helping me, and he is. When I'm doing my healing, I just tell them like, here are my hands. You can use my hands. Just guide me when I need to put my hands or where I need to go. In the healing, let's say somebody has something with their neck, for an example. They have something with their neck, and then I'm going through the healing, and they would show me in a past life you were living in Paris, and you were sitting. It's like a mini movie what I see. So I see this person sitting in the back of a car, beautiful fancy car, for example, from when the cars were just around 1920 or something. And so they were sitting in a car, and then I see this other car coming from this side, and there's this accident, and this neck is going to the side and back. And
right,
then later, when I explained, like, hey, you're speaking about having this pain in your neck, this is what I saw. Everybody, I've let's say 9 out of 10, all the problems they had, they were gone. Everything is gone because you are healing something, what happened in this moment, in this past life. But as I said, it's like the domino stone. So everything is just falling and you're healing it into this life, but also into the future. All your future life, what you will have, it's healed, it's gone. And yeah, I use his energy a lot. I'm also going on to the Akashic records. In there, I can see what your purpose is, or what something is, what is written in your books, and what goes into the future. So what you, let's say that there is something what you want to heal or need to heal, what I can read in your books, this can happen in
Hmm.
now. I can guide you into, hey, this is what is standing in your books. Let's say you are coming to me and you say, um, I'm working for my boss. I'm working for a boss, for a company. And everybody is speaking about gifts, that you have a purpose. I'm working for this company. I'm having this salary and I have it for already 10 years, the same salary. Is this it? Is this my life? Is this all what there is for me? And
Yes.
I would start to work with those people and everything will fall into place. And it's so beautiful. It's like cracking their shell open and the light starts to shine through. And then when you crack it more and more open, it's like they are stepping into their full purpose, what they have. They are stepping into their gifts and into everything. And all those lives, they are changed 180 degrees. And it's so beautiful to see. And it's so, I'm really blessed that I'm here to help those people, to guide their soul home in what they are meant to do, in what they are meant to serve humanity, but also themselves. It's so
So
beautiful.
beautiful, so beautiful. Wow. I
Yeah,
mean, it's opening so many different layers of different things. Everything just brings you back home where you're supposed to
yeah,
be, what you're meant to be.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
It's so
true. It's
beautiful
true.
because we are all lost throughout our lives. We keep wondering, what are we born for? What are we doing? What are we
Yeah,
supposed to be doing? Just
yeah.
earning a bread, and then coming home and just watching some TV, having some dinner with family, and that's like the same monotonous life. So is that what we are born for? Is that what we are supposed to do? Don't we have a purpose in our lives?
It's what you say. Why are people doing this? Why are people coming home and sitting on the couch and starting to Netflix and going from binge watching, going from one to the other to the other to the other, having I don't know, chips or whatever, having something to eat, starting maybe having an addiction of drinking alcohol or smoking. Everybody has this purpose. Everybody has this light inside. But when you start to fill up yourself with junk, it's
Yes.
so hard to come to this light. But this light, what you have inside, it is this nagging feeling. There is something, but you cannot put your finger on it and say, this is what I want to do. No, you know that there is something, but because you're feeling this pain, what is not physical, what is not mental, but it is a pain what you feel, what is inside, that you are not
Yes.
satisfied. That's
Yes.
why you
Yeah.
start to smoke. That's why you start to drink. That's why you start to
Trying to
overeat.
numb that pain.
Yeah, because you do not want to feel it. We all
Yes.
have it inside of us. So when you start to declutter your life, to declutter your whole body, your mind, your subconsciousness, everything, by taking it away and you're going back to the source where you're coming from, you are shining so bright. And there's nothing which
Amazing.
you need to numb this feeling which you have inside.
Right. So you were also sharing, Yanika, that I mean, you do not have any of the animal products. So I'm assuming you are a vegan. You're
Yeah.
not having either any of the animals' milk, or no
No.
cheese, no nothing. You don't have anything. And plus, you were talking about some water, some special water. So what kind of water were you talking about?
I have. It's a machine. It is from Nikola Tesla, and he has made. Um, there is a man in Germany, in the south of Germany, and this man started to work together with him, and they made this. It's like an activator system. You can also use it for your body, a few minutes per day, and you can hold it on different places for 1 minute, and then it's working with your whole energy field, with all the water what you have in your body as well. And by this frequency, everything is vibration. It's the same with a mantra. The mantra is the vibration translated into words. When you have a mantra on a piece of paper and you have your glass of water on top of it, your water, and when you freeze it, is having the vibration, is having the
Yes, the
movement,
crystals.
yeah, from the
Yes,
word where it is on. And this is the
yes,
same what is happening, as well as when I do the energy healing. I can work on distance. I can have you when you are in India and I'm in Spain. I am working with you on the same time. When you know that I'm working with you, you are in your place, you are lying down, and I'm here in Spain and I work with you remotely because your energy field is something where I work on, and I'm bringing your energy field to my table. And this is so amazing. And with this machine, there is a special equipment which you can have in a bottle of water. So I have it in my bottle of water, and it activates the water. It brings the frequency higher, and this is water what I drink. It's like source water.
Mm-hmm.
It's filtered, and there's nothing in, and this is what I use. And yeah, it feels already when you drink it. I cannot not. I have my cat is also drinking it, and she is 7 now. I've never been to the vet with her. I'm now never going to the doctor myself. My kids are no. I've been once at the hospital, and it was because my youngest one broke his wrist, so I needed to go. But otherwise, no, I'm not going because we don't need it.
Right, right. I think
Yeah,
in Japan also they have some
yeah.
machine,
They have yeah. In Japan they have Kangen water, and this
Kangen.
one.
Yes.
Yeah, this is also really special. They use it in hospitals as well. And this machine, what I have, is something what they sell in the south of Germany. They sell it in Switzerland as well. And you can have a look online. I will send you a message, and maybe you can share it. I do not know if it is in English. I think it is. I have
Okay.
read
But
it in
is
German. But
is it
I do not.
similar to Kangen or is it something different than Kangen?
No, it's the same, but the one what I have, it's from, I don't know if you know anything from Nikola Tesla, and he is with frequency, and so it's amazing. But he has, it's not the alkaline water as how that the Kangen work. It has different modalities, different how do I call it? Different intensities in how alkaline the water is. And
Right.
the one that I'm using, it's just working with a frequency, and it's changing all the molecules from the water and inside of you.
Amazing. I think then it's different than Kangen because Kangen is more about the acidic to alkaline. They
Yeah,
have a huge yeah.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
make it acidic or you can either make it highly alkaline.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think yeah. Okay, so it's different. I would definitely be interested and
I will send
in
you.
the yes in the audience if there is anyone and you want to get in touch
Yeah,
with her, find out more, please do that. So amazing, amazing. I mean, we are learning so many amazing things from you, Yanika. And, I would want to just go on and on. So, can I ask you, are there any daily rituals that you follow? Like, there are some daily spiritual practices or some such practices that you have to do no matter what kind of a day you have. You have a very packed day or you have a free day. But these are the minimum basic things I have to go through every single day. Are there
yeah.
any such practices?
I do have, of course, my meditation in the morning when I wake up. The first thing what I do is my meditation. I'm sitting twice a day for 30 minutes. I'm sitting in stillness. And so I wake up at around 5, 5:30, and I do my meditation. Then I'm going downstairs and I start to write. I start to write where I'm grateful for. I start to write what for an abundance that I see around me. And it's by seeing this abundance from lemons at the lemon tree, from oranges at the orange trees, from the cars, from the trees, from the grass, from the leaves, from the clouds, from everything. By seeing this, I'm opening up myself to say to the universe, I see abundance. So I invite all abundance to come to me.
Yes.
So this is what I write down. I every morning I ask for guidance. Today I want guidance with this is what I'm to protect my children. To sometimes I say today I'm asking for guidance to what do I say? Let me see. I'm asking for guidance to protect my children. I ask for to take action as well. I ask for guidance to show my light. I shine my light really bright. I ask for all those things. That's what I do in the morning. Then I'm going into visualizing what I want for myself. And this is something what I shared with you before as well. When you are moving into the part from yourself that you want to be, when you visualize a life, what you want to have, or what you want to earn, or where you want to live, or whatever, it has worked in my life forever. When I lived in the Netherlands, I lived for free. We found an accountant, and he was helping us, and he was really creative. And we received money back from the tax office from the Netherlands every month. And it was even more than what we paid. So we lived for free for more than 10 years. And then when I've lived in New Zealand as well. When we moved to New Zealand, normally it takes you 6 months before you have your visa, before you have everything solved and you can fly. We were within 6 weeks. We were packed. We were having the visas. We were moved. So opening up yourself and telling the universe, telling your guides what you want and what you expect from them, and then allow it to come through. When you have this faith that they are helping you, it just comes through you. And this is something what I do every morning. I always ground. Grounding is for me the most important thing. What I do is what you say with a ritual. When I ground myself, I am connected to Mother Earth. And the more I'm grounded, the more I'm having myself down on the earth, the more open I can be into the universe. So it's like a line going through me. When I'm not grounding myself and I go out, I take my body with me. My whole energy field lifts up and it's not in my body. It's above, it's beside, it's not where it needs to be. And this is where you're not feeling in head, not nice in your body, or you're having those aches or whatever is going on and you're feeling out of whack. Or so ground yourself. And the most easiest thing to do is when you do not know how to ground yourself, when you're standing on the floor, without your shoes, without socks, just bare feet. You're standing on the floor. And then first, when you stand, where do I stand? Am I intending to lean more towards the front of my feet? When you feel this, it means that you are pushing your whole energy field. Well, this is happening with everybody and everything in your life. This you will show it back as having the results in your life. So maybe you feel, oh, I'm more to the back. I'm more standing at the back of my feet. I'm more to that side. This is something also what you have in your whole life with everybody. And it's not something what you do physically, but energy. We all feel energy. And that's why you like some people more than other people, or by feeling the energy.
Yes.
And so this is also something what you do not want to do. Then move in your, just move on your feet and feel, where am I balanced? Where am I in the middle? And when you feel that you are in the middle, you are standing firm on the ground, and then you start to grow like you're having roots coming out of your feet. And those roots are going deeply into the soil of Mother Earth. And you feel that you are as strong as a tree can be, that you are having those roots, they are growing wide, they are growing deep, and you are standing there. And the more often you do it, you feel that you're standing really firm, and there is no wind coming who can blow you around. Nothing, because you're standing firm and you are there. And then when you feel that you're going deeper, when it starts to become easier for you, just go to the middle of Mother Earth. There is this beautiful ruby red crystal in the middle. Grow your roots around it, and then bring this red energy up and let it come in through the sole of your feet into your pelvic area where your base chakra is. Let it come into there, and then you're grounding yourself and you are firm and you are there where you are. And in this, you protect yourself. You know when something is happening, you feel confident because you're grounded. Everything what you have in your body, in your energy field, you can flow it off through your roots into the earth. So it's also, it's amazing. Your whole mood will change. Your connection with spirit will change. Your connection with yourself will change. Your confidence, your believing in yourself, everything will change just by grounding. And then when you are grounded and when you are working through yourself and you're opening yourself up, this is where you go out, where you have your connection with the universe. So the
Yes.
more grounded you are, the easier it is to have this open up and just let it flow through you. Does it
Wow.
make sense? Growing the
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And
It's
then
so
I,
beautiful.
I have my
Yes.
meditation in the afternoon as well. And then before I go to bed, I always, or I read something what I love, or I go into a visualization, but I always do something what I know will work through in my night. So find something what you love to read, and not like having a book what tells you about war, or watching a movie where they are killing each other. Or no, do something what has to do with, or with spirit, or something that you are laughing a lot, or visualize yourself going on a holiday that you really, where you want to go. Maybe you want to go to Paris. Visualize yourself that you're going to Paris in during the day. Find images from Paris or from a house where you want to live. Be really clear where you want to go. And then start to
Yes.
visualize before you fall asleep. Maybe you
Yes.
want to have 100,000 at the end of the year. I don't know. Maybe you want something like that. Imagine yourself that you are a magnet, that all this money is coming to you from different sources on a continual basis. It just comes to you.
Yes.
And
So
that's,
beautiful.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of this.
you're so
It's
welcome.
mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So, I mean, you are going to make them do primordial sound meditation. So, before you make them do this, I want to ask you, what is primordial sound meditation for the audience to know what exactly it is that they are going to be actually experiencing today?
Yeah, it is not something what I make to do them. It's something what they may follow me if they want. Primordial sound is, as what I just before what I explained. You have the 108 different positions from the earth towards
Yes.
the moon. As
Right.
you know, in India you're working with the moon. We in the Western we are working with the sun, but in India everything is the moon.
Yes.
So with those 108 different positions, all we are all born in one of those 108 different positions.
Right.
All those vibrations, they have their own mantra. By the sages who were living in the caves, they have translated everything into a mantra.
Right.
So when you are coming to me and when you say, listen, I want to receive my personal mantra, I want to book a workshop with you, I will tell you what your personal mantra is. I will meditate with you. I will guide you through the whole system, what is happening into your body, into your unconscious, in your whole energy field, in everything. I will guide you into all the different areas, all the different states of awareness we have in your consciousness. And in this, when you have more understanding of what meditation is and what it does, meditating with your mantra, you will see that you have the same feeling as coming home. When you have a mantra, normally you have thought, 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 thought. There are so many thoughts.
Yes.
69% of those thoughts, they are not conscious. They are not thoughts that you think, oh, I'm going to think about this. No, it's just what we're speaking about, the automatic pilot. This is happening in your mind as well.
Yes. Yes.
What you see by 90% of the people, maybe 95% of the people, they are not nice thoughts. They are thoughts like, why did you do this? Or you're not good enough. Or I want to have the same as what you have. Or you are better than
Yes.
me. Or these
Yes.
are thoughts, what we are telling ourselves, limiting beliefs, what we have from childhood. And they are just into our system. But it's easy to change them when you start to see the light in yourself. When you start to work with knowing how your mind works, it's easy to change all those limiting beliefs into the positive side and start to open your arms and receive all the good what will come to you.
Right.
And so to come back to the primordial sound, when you are meditating with a mantra, you have your mantra, 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 mantra. In between everything, there is this we call it the gap, and the gap it's you have a thought, you have a gap, you have a thought, you have a gap, you have a thought, you have a gap. The gap it's
Okay.
like a split second of nothing, but then you're moving into the next thought. And then you have the split second of nothing. And then you're moving into the next thought. When you are going into the gap, you are in this place where your soul is. You are in this place of stillness. You are in this place of infinite possibilities because in this place, everything is possible. But because you are having so many thoughts, you are not realizing that you are in the gap. You're slipping out and in and out and in. That's how it goes. So when we
Right.
start to meditate with a mantra, you are creating this stillness in your mind, so you're moving into the gap and you're staying there in the beginning maybe for a second, and then you are there for 10 seconds, and then you are there for 20 seconds. So you're expanding the gap, you're expanding this, that you are more into this field of infinite possibilities. And then with repeating the mantra, it's something what you do without moving your tongue or your lips. You're just being quiet. You're releasing it. This vibration is going into your whole system. It's going through your body. It's going through your whole energy system, and it calms down everything. And you can release so many different things, even and almost everything what we experience in life is based upon stress. And many people say, I don't have stress. There are so many things when they start to meditate and have a regular practice, just not meditation. I'm going to do a visualization and that's it, and I'm doing it once a week. That's not having a meditation practice. A meditation practice is it's doing it daily. And you
Right.
start with 5 minutes, then you go up to 10 minutes, and then you go up to 13 minutes, and then you go up to 15 minutes, to 17 minutes, to 20 minutes. And then when you are at 30 minutes, that's something, maybe you will find yourself that you have more time and that you realize after 45 minutes that you're coming out and that you were in this place. And when you are going into the gap, in the gap, there's nothing. There is infinite possibilities. You are not realizing that you are there. So you're slipping in, and then ideas and everything is there. It's everything is possible in there. And then you realize, oh, my mantra. And then you say the mantra, and then you're slipping in again. And then what I have, when I go in, there is no mantra anymore. I'm just in the gap, and that's it. And then I come out. My gap, it's something what I've expanded into my life. There will be a time when you feel, when you're coming out of meditation, 10 minutes more like, oh, I'm still in this place. And then you're going back into daily life. And then you feel an hour like, oh my God, I feel like I'm walking on clouds. And then you're going back into your daily life. But there will be a time when you feel like, I'm in this constantly. It's something where I go in or I come out, and then it's constantly there. And so many ideas, so many things, what is possible, everything comes to me. It's opening up so much. And yeah, for me, this was really with this vibration, it was really like, this is it. This is really coming home and
Yes, this is what I
understanding
was
that.
looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also with soul questions, finding all those answers in this, who am I? Who, why are things happening to me? Who am I in having this, in doing this? And yeah, we are all God's highest creations. There are so many creations on the earth, but we are the only creation who have the ability to think and who have the ability to change something if we want, because we can create. Nobody can create, only we can.
Yes, we are all limitless.
We are all limitless. We are. And when you are meditating, when you have this practice, it is something, yeah, you will see that your whole life will change. Everything will change for the better. Everything.
Amazing,
I'm
amazing.
having also a ritual where we speak about this coming Friday. It's full moon, and I always have my full moon meditations. It's a ceremony. We are really diving deep into what are your limiting beliefs, what are you holding on, and what do you want to release? What is something what you cannot use in your life anymore? What you really want to release? So we are diving into this, and there will be some coaching in there. Then we are going into the meditation, and from the meditation, I'm going into the visualization. And this is a place to let go. This is something what is so special. I am sharing it on Facebook, so whoever wants to come or send me a message or watch my Facebook page, and the link will be there. It will be Friday morning, 9 a.m. PST, so the Pacific time. So it will be your,
10:30 IST.
so it will be late. Okay. And the other one will be earlier on Saturday. So that will be earlier for you as well. So have a look for if you what time the other one is, and have a look at my
Sure.
personal
So the
page.
information will be available on your Facebook page.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. So the link is there for the audience. The link is there in the description,
yeah,
and whoever is interested in evolving and growing and shedding those limiting beliefs and visualizing and making your life much much better than what it is right now and experiencing that limitlessness, please
yeah,
visit her profile page and you will get all the information there. And yes, let's meet up for that full moon meditation. I definitely look forward to that, and the one which we are going to do right now. So
yeah.
let's dive into the meditation now, Janika, and that would be like awesome. But before that, just a short round of 3-4 minutes where I'm going to ask you some very short, one word kind of questions. I mean, you can just give me one word or one liner answers. Just a
Okay,
quick round.
okay.
So, Yanika, I mean, you've lived in many countries, the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, even US, I think. Which of them was closest to your heart, and where would you want to be right now?
Phew, I want to be in the US right now. That's I've not been there. I've been traveling there. I've not been living there. New Zealand was as well really close to my heart. Those people are so sweet.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
The the country of kiwis and
yeah, yeah.
right. What's your favorite dish?
It's a curry. I
Okay.
love it. I love coconut. So yeah, a lot of coconut milk, and I love it.
Thai curry.
No, Indian. I really love the Indian kitchen.
Oh,
It
so
smell
maybe
with
a Kerala curry. They
yeah,
use a lot of coconuts in Kerala and cook a lot of curries with coconuts.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
known for coconut curries. Yes. How do you express happiness?
You mean physically?
Yes.
Or I would sing, I would dance, I'm really bold into how I it's yeah, I want to kiss then everybody in the whole world and hug them and yeah.
So sweet. Who is your go-to person? If any time you need to express anything, who's your go-to person?
My husband is like my best friend. The years is yeah, whatever. I just share it with him and he understands everything and he's on the same level and he meditates with me and yeah, he's also we became vegan with the whole family, so he is so willing to support me in everything and yeah, he is.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
What a journey. And how do you express anger?
When I'm angry, there is not many times when I'm angry. When I am angry, I would smash a door and that's it. Then it's gone. It's not something that I would stay angry for a whole day or no, because does it feel nice? No, it does not. So I shift. I don't know
Wonderful.
what to feel it.
Right. So fill in the blanks. God is
Yeah, that's God is all everywhere
everything.
in
All
everywhere.
right. Everywhere. Guru is
A guru is yeah, it's something what we all have inside, and it's something. It's like a teacher where you can go to, but many people are searching outside of them. We have it inside of us. It's
yes.
inside of us as well.
Yes. Define Yanika.
A soul guide. That's who I am. I'm shining my light bright, and I am guiding people home and to shine, let them shine their light bright as well. Yeah.
Amazing. And just one last question. If you could wish for anything right now and that would come true, what would that wish be?
Um, I would wish that everybody has the same. I would wish that everybody is, how do I say this? There are so many resources in all the countries. When you look at diamonds and gold and everything in the ground, there is so much. And what I see in the world is that that money is something what has become really greedy and that you can buy anything with money. But I
Yes.
would wish to see that everybody has money available, that it is there for everybody, and that everything what we have now, or you have a bigger car, or you have that, that everything is gone, that we are all the same, and that we are creating with our mind, that we are in the five dimension and from there and higher, and that we are just creating with our own light. That's something what I would wish for everybody, and also to shine their light to yeah, to connect with their true self, because it makes you so happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yanika. And it's overwhelming, actually. Whatever we just spoke about, our conversation overall was like beyond words.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank
Yeah.
you. And we are all ready to dive deep into your meditation thing. So,
Yeah.
yes, please guide us.
Do you want me to do a longer one or just a short one, just to have a little taste of what I'm doing?
Yes, a 10-minute would be a, good one, just to
Yeah?
have a yes.
Okay. So we will go into stillness as well. I will guide you with the time, and you do not have to do anything. Just close your mind and close your eyes and listen to me what I'm saying. And when the time is right, you will hear a bell, and then we are coming out. So I will do it. Now, let's sit nice and comfortable, and let me have my chimes so that I have my sound here. If I put on some music, can you hear it?
Yeah, please put on.
Let me see.
I have a just before we begin, there is Ankur Singh who's asking any meditation to increase focus and alertness. So I guess the meditation we are going to do, it will help in that also.
You will. You will.
Yes. So Ankur, yes, just go ahead and practice right now, and you will find it. And plus, the full moon meditation is coming up, and you can check out her profile page, and you can be a part of that as well. All
Yeah.
right.
Now, let's sit here and let's feel where we are sitting. Just feel the chair under you and go with your awareness to the chair, to your feet flat on the ground. And maybe you have lying your hands open on your lap, open to receive all the good from the universe. And now I want you to become aware of your breathing in, of your inhale, and when you breathe out of your exhale. That's right. And now we're breathing in together one more time. Breathing in through our nose and breathing out through our mouth. And now the last time to settle completely into our body. And breathe out. And from this settling in, from this awareness what you have of where you are sitting, and just becoming still inside of yourself and knowing that you are living in this body, that you are this spiritual person having this physical experience. I want you to ask yourself the soul questions. And you may repeat me without moving your lips or your tongue. Just repeat it in your mind and then release it into the universe. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? What do I want? What do I really want? What do I really, really want? What is my purpose, my dharma? Why am I here? What is my purpose? How can I serve humanity and myself? What is my purpose? Now move with your awareness into your heart What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? And now we're taking a deep breath in through our nose and just let it go with a sigh. You just have placed the seeds in the soil of the universe, and when the time is right, the answers will come to you. And from here, we are moving into the I am presence. Just repeat me without moving your lips or your tongue. I am, followed by your first and your last name. I would say, I am Janika Maria. You would say your first name and your last name. I am, followed by your first and your last name. I am, followed by your first and your last name. And now drop your last name. I am, followed by your first name. I am, followed by your first name. And now you drop your first name, just I am. I am. I am. I am. I am. The vibration of I am is aham. 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 And from this I am presence, we will start our mantra meditation. We are going to use so hum. So hum means I am that I am. So hum. Just repeat it without moving your lips or your tongue. And every time when your mind is wandering away, just bring it then gentle back to the mantra. So hum. So hum. So hum. So hum. So hum. I will watch the time. Just keep it repeating for yourself. You may now release your mantra, but please keep your eyes closed and stay in that place of pure being. Sat Chit Ananda, absolute bliss consciousness. We are going to set some intentions for today, for tomorrow, for the whole week. You may repeat me without moving your lips or your tongue. Joyful, energetic body. Joyful, energetic body. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. Compassionate, loving heart. Compassionate, loving heart. Lightness of being. Lightness of being. You may take a deep breath in, coming back in your body, in the room where you are, wiggling your toes and your fingers. And when the time is right, you may open your eyes.
Feeling so calm, so peaceful. Thank you so much. Truly Satchitananda.
So welcome.
Beautiful,
It
Janika.
is
So it was a gift. It was a gift to all of us. Thank you so much for this beautiful gift. And
you.
anything you want to say
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. What did you say?
you do you have any last message for the audience that you want to say? Ankur Singh says he feels so relaxed. Thank you so much, Ankur, for
Oh,
sharing
wow.
your.
You are so
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
No, yeah, please come over to my Facebook and have a look for the full moon meditation, for the full moon ceremony, what I have this coming Friday. And yeah, if you have any questions, please reach out because I'm here to serve. I'm here to help you.
Yes, absolutely,
Always.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Anika. Thank you.
I'm so blessed. So thank you so much that you invited me and that I may share my light here with your group and with you as well.
Yes, the
Namaste.
world needs this light. Thank you so much. Namaste. Take care. God
Namaste.
bless you.
God bless you too, and all of you.
Thank you. Hey, people. So I do not really have many words. Feeling so calm, so peaceful. So much of gratitude to our guest, Janika Maria, all the way from Spain, for coming here, spending her time, energy, and her wisdom with us. So, all right, I would take your leave. And again, next week, we will meet with another phenomenal guest. So, see you next Wednesday, same time, same place. And just again, reiterating, if you are a person who loves going to podcasts and listening them while doing something else, please check out the Limitless Show podcast on all the major podcasting platforms. Take care. Bye bye. Be limitless.